Can't do it. I can't do it. It's hilarious. I still can't do it. Hello, I'm Demon Fox Sword, and welcome to my Fox Den. Um, Today I'm just doing a 5-minute tip thing. Right now I actually have two internet browsers open, as you can clearly see, for D&D. Now, don't get me wrong. As a DM, you can obviously do this just fine with the button Control L, which is actually what I have here because I have both of them with DM permission. Um, so but this way you can kind of see better what they're looking at and what you're looking at. Um, what I was hoping to talk to today about was the dramatic lighting effect. Now, I have done through a lot of different works. Just a short tip though for a lighting of a cave, and that's what I was hoping to go over right now is the lighting of a cave aspect. Um, as you can see, the player has this shadow effect type thing going on mine. Now, with the tip that the gentleman that I watched to learn about this, um, let's see, he is uh, uh, taking 20 is his um, yes, I'm doing a shout out for him on YouTube. Taking 20, so he's got a lot of really good tips if you're getting into Rule 20 as a DM. But this is just me and my little tip for a different kind of dramatic lighting for the entrance of a cave or something like that. Now, vouch this it's kind of back and forth, and I do have to finish the rest of my map here, as you can clearly see. Um, but what I was going to show you was that if you do your tokens right, okay, so I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna do this here. If you're trying to do a sun, okay, I'm just gonna move them up here for a second. All you're gonna do is keep getting this weird singular effect with no shadows. So you can't really get that cave shadow aspect. You just kind of that really weird bright light. I went in and created a single token, okay, which as you can tell on this side it does nothing, but if I do it on this side, it immediately gives that illusion of a um, cave entrance type thing. Now if I put it here, again I don't get nothing. Put it here, I don't have nothing, and put it here, I have nothing. But what if I wanted, okay, to, I'm just going to bring these two in general, okay. How do I fix this? I'm not saying the light is inside the cave, obviously, or the sun is inside the cave, but the point of what I'm trying to get is the several different shadows that you have. How do I create this constant shadow around other objects? Um, and I just duplicate the token, and now you got this interesting effect that starts to take place, like a actual campfire would, if you would. I mean, I'm not saying this is ever going to be a campfire, but you have this interesting effect of layers of shadows and light. And if my player here, oops, I move him over here, you can see those multiple layers of the light coming in. Oops. Well, I effed that up, didn't I? So, theoretically speaking, if this was the entrance of the cave right here, okay, and it was shining down on these three rocks, you'd see this interesting effect of shadows and light into the cave from the player's view. Now, I'm not saying that this. I do have a torch set up. I can drag the torch over here if I wanted to, just by simply doing this. But I just wanted that extra um, effect to show you that you can make a sun very distinct and unique in its own way and give that additional light to the rest of the place. Now, let's just say this is the sun and you want the sun to be a little bit more shadow effect of a different way. You could, do it like this, give it a bit more of a shadow into the room areas, like the sun is much bigger. Um, but that's just kind of an idea. And what I did to make this sun, okay, the sun here is 200 200. Obviously, shines light everywhere on the map, depending on where it's at. I just went with 200 for the time being. I'm pretty sure if I needed to, I could go in and make it bigger, but I doubt we're gonna ever have a big map. So, uh, with this one here, I just went 10 for the sun. So, here, if I just put it all by itself, you can see that the shadow starts very quickly. You see the 10 feet, 5, 10, and then it goes into the shadow world aspect of things. Um, I don't have a very good, because the sun here, let's just take these, stick them right here for a second. And now take you and move you over here into that area. As you can tell, okay, hold on, get my character over here. That's all they're gonna see is right there. Um, and ultimately, if you explain it there, I could probably make this smaller, honestly, to 0 feet. I don't know if that'll actually work. Oh, it actually does work. Oh, okay, so I can make them smaller. But it still gives that additional unique lighting to certain areas. And I mean, even here you can see that the dramatic lighting, um, if I pull my player over here, how it's already creating an interesting lighting effect behind these rocks. Oops, I want my player here. So if my player was right here, they'd see the water, um, and they'd see a bit there, but they won't see all of the water or where the shoreline actually starts. It's a little puddled, to be honest. But if they're right here, they can see a little bit more of the lighting. Um, So it's just kind of an idea that maybe you guys want to look into when you create your sun. And in the same way, in the same fact, if you do it like this just right, um, say you're in the middle of a giant battlefield that takes place over a period of time, or you want to use the same map, okay, and adjust it based on the sun is high up in the noon area, but now it's down low. All you have to do is just pop on the shadows, and if need be, just move the entire group of things to make it look like the sun is per se moving. Now, uh, if I wanted to here, layer. Oh, I can't move them to the layer, so I actually have to make them on the layer. Dramatic lighting, which is not too hard to do. And in this case, as you can see, the player doesn't see the sun at all. It's not there at all to the player. If you put it on the dramatic lighting area instead of actually on the token thing, so I can actually go in and remove these, delete, and then I could take these. Oop, I don't want the whole thing there. I just want my. Well, I effed myself here. Let's go drag this over here, drag this over here, drag this over here. Okay, now I got control of the thing. There we go. Now I can go over here and voila. You have the whole effect. Oh, hold on, let me control L. There we go. You got the whole effect without ever having to see the where the sun actually is. If that makes sense. So that's my 5-minute tip. I don't even know how much time I actually have used. because I do not have my OBS open anymore. Loop, there we go. We have it open. The 10-minute tip, sorry, 10-minute tip. And I will post this on YouTube and share the link to the gentleman who did the series to help me figure out how to run the dramatic lighting. Which was uh, Taking 20. So if you want to look him up, he's just Taking 20. He does plenty of tips. This is my 10-minute tip. I'll see you next time on my next stream, or if I rarely post to my YouTube channel. And see you next time.